Alright everybody, welcome back to Fallout 76 Burning Springs update. So there are two little places that I actually missed in here. The clinic up here, and there were a couple of things you could read. I need right away. Surgical waiver. Surgical disclaimer. The Highwaytown sanctioned practice assumes no liability for injury, loss of life, or complications arising from examinations or surgeries. All patients acknowledge that they proceed at their own risk. Furthermore, they fully understand and accept that Dr. Lacey Brown was originally trained as a veterinary surgeon, not a human physician, and consent to treatment with this knowledge. In the unlikely event of death or dismemberment, all remains become sole property of Dr. Lacey Brown. Post-inception or post-surgical side effects are the sole responsibility of the patient. Any request for additional work or examinations will be considered a new and separate payment. This includes, but is not limited to, perpetually sneezing, stomachache, loss of cognitive function, or death. Please sign here, Harold TD. I mean, you basically sign that in real life, so it's not too dissimilar.
Gotta watch out for that rust. Does a number on your lungs.
Chop Shop invoice. Dr. Lacey's surgery practice, Highwaytown. Quantity 5, 1, 3, and 2. Item legs, heart, fingers, liver. Price per caps 500, 1,000 for a heart, 75 and 250. Total cost 1825 caps. Billed to the Chop Shop. Terms and conditions. Payment is due within 20 days of invoice receipt. Thank you for your business. Signed, Dr. Lacey Brown. So they deal in body parts.
Might head over to the last resort. Could be some open bounties.
Teddy bear on the toilet. And then the monster section I missed as well. It's funny I missed one because there's two ways up here, so that was pretty thorough.
Venom can dissolve sheet metal? Terrifying.
Damn rust storms.
Bill of sale.
Rough on the lungs.
This is proof of transaction between Splint of Highwaytown and Windy Park. Let it be known that Miss Park supplied schematics for a fancy-looking rifle in exchange for some space to sell a good upstairs. I, Splint, agree to not ask her where she acquired said schematics. Miss Park acknowledges that I will reproduce and sell these schematics as I see fit. Welcome to Highwaytown, Windy.
Might not be great in this building.
Any new sightings to report? Yogi, you must tell me. What have you seen out there today?
The sign out front talks about monsters.
그래, monsters. They are everywhere. In the trees, in the sky, in
Missing
the
an
water.
arm.
Have you not been looking?
Do you hunt these monsters yourself?
The correct term is cryptids. I have hunted more than you could care to count. Well, hunt is not quite the right term. I catalog, mostly.
You catalog them?
Yes, each and every encounter is a track in my journal. There's nothing quite like the thrill of chasing discovery. I must see every beast.
Seems like you're using their parts to make equipment.
You noticed. Very perceptive. Perhaps I should study the eyes of vault dwellers. But yes, it is terribly boring not running through the wilderness all hours of the day. I'm restless, but I have been crafting, you see. Odd bits of fur and cloth, and leather and teeth, and bone.
Have you actually ever seen one of these so-called monsters before?
I have seen more than you could ever imagine. Your vision of the world is limited. What do you think I am? A liar?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
You did not apologize. I'm here to educate the uneducated through both my mother's knowledge and my own experiences. If you wish. But what could be more interesting to discuss than monsters?
Mind telling me more about yourself?
빨리, be quick. I must teach you to outsmart the monsters.
Maybe we should start with names.
I do not see how that is relevant, but if you must know, my name is Wendy Park, acclaimed cryptid hunter and researcher.
Wendy, I haven't heard that one before. That's a unique name. It's good to meet you, Wendy.
Yes, interesting, isn't it? The sort of name you read about in books and journals. But I am not chasing fame. No, I'm in it to see all the wonders this world has to offer. I'm chasing the impossible.
I mean, Wendy is not at all an unusual name. Have you heard some people's names? So, Wendy, what inspires you to hunt monsters?
My mother, the famous Julia H. Park, author of Cryptid Hunter Monthly and the most acclaimed non-fiction writer this side of the globe. Ryoma took submissions and interviews from everyone with cryptozoological experiences. No stone left unturned and no story left unwritten. I knew my only path in life was to follow in her footsteps and see this beast up close. And what an adventure this path has led me on.
Isn't that newsletter a little unreliable?
Unreliable? I have no idea what you're talking about. It is filled only with cold, hard facts. How can you expect to find this monster if you know nothing about them? Get to reading.
So you really believe that stuff?
Yes, of course. It is all true. My mother exposed the wasteland to a world once believed to be a mere myth. I have learned all I know from her and the newsletter volunteers. Truly fascinating.
I could talk about cryptids all day. They're so fascinating.
Aren't they just? You'd be surprised at how many fools refuse to acknowledge their existence. I'm glad to share all I have learned with a fellow believer.
Cryptid hunting seems to mean an awful lot to you.
Yes, it is my lifelong passion. I enjoy the thrill of knowing something others do not. I think it also makes me feel closer to my mother.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to your mother?
Harabach told me that my mother had to chase her dreams. Cannot deny I worry for her sometimes. But we will reunite one day. I will chase monsters, and she will write stories about me.
I enjoy hearing you talk about them.
I found much solace in monsters and cryptids because they are simple to understand. But it is, nice to have found someone to share my passion with. Humanity is the strangest beast. And although I cannot say I will be around here forever, I am grateful to you for our talks during my time here. Anyway, enough of that. Let us return to more interesting discussions.
Must have been interesting growing up in your household.
I was raised by my grandparents. They were richer than most. We had our own shelter. It was very fancy. The fanciest in all of Appalachia.
Are you still in touch with your grandparents?
할머니하고 할아버지 passed on. I suppose it was in part what pushed me to leave the shelter. They were strong, but fearful of this new world. We were similar in many ways, and different in many others. In truth, I do not think they ever expected me to remain in the confines of those few walls. How could I? I was raised on tales of my mother's glory and adventure.
Are they who named you Wendy?
Yes, growing up in a shelter is why they named me Wendy. They wanted me to experience the open air someday. Technically, they named me Baram, but Wendy just sounds like a real adventurous name, no? Yes, tell me, what haunts your thoughts? Yes, I look forward to it.
So what if I raise prices?
Let's
What are
see,
they gonna
she's
do?
got plans. Axel's
My
snow
boosted
globe.
smells like a ship squash
I
though.
don't know what that is.
That's it. I'm putting price on that bastard.
Josie's snow globe. NX snow globe. What's with the snow globes? Marley's?
Them raiders will be back raiding
Theodore's? Wendy's? Oh wait, she
Come to
trades
talk about
in.
the wildlife? Or here to learn how to fight it?
The last resort's been getting real busy
Is that Caps?
recently. Must be something special going on.
I I guess that's Caps. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, that's
Maybe rough around here during the day.
the two things that I missed that I kind of wanted to
Too much rust on my lungs.
see. Now I guess we'll do that bounty real quick, since that's pretty close. And then figure out what other challenge we have to do. I think that's probably a challenge, is to do a bounty. And if it is, we have 2 others to figure out what we want to do. Hey, pop. The dude fishing. Oh, he's dead. I didn't. For some reason, I didn't think he was dead. Hey. Oh, whoops. Did I just hear another? The thing is, with all the ambient sounds outside in your power armor, it's gonna be a little harder to hear that. Oh, you son of a bitch. Legendary module aristocrats board. What's with the broken dolls? again, did not even look at my health at all. It's really stupid to me that it takes 800 bullets to take down those two guys. Yeah. At that point, it's just bullet sponge after bullet sponge, and that's not fun. They get all their health back? No, okay. Oh, we did two. I wonder what the second one was. Gotcha. Okay, so Highway Town's right there. Found this place. Where's my bag? Alright. So, if we look at challenges, what was it? Shoot. Just challenges, okay. Scrap junk to produce steel. Okay, the other one's kill rust raiders. Okay, so we could scrap junk to produce steel. So let's see. Steel. That's 3 steel. Ah, that's plastic. 5 steel. 7. 9. There we go. And I assume we'll have to go back to them anyway, so... Go ahead and scrap that.
This place is a hellhole.
See, sometimes it'll let you wear your helmet, sometimes it won't. Oh yeah, what the hell did I get? I got a fusion core. That thing, don't care. Legendary module.
Something out there. Somewhere the Rust King hasn't reached.
Okay, that's it.
It sucks here.
I just gotta find a bench.
I should stop giving Clark so much free food. Such a sweet soul.
Need a fix.
Dead guy on the ground. Pretty sure they have the benches in here.
Always minds.
Hope they do anyway.
Another greenhorn out for a contract.
If they're not, they're right outside.
These are tough times. I hope we can hold out here.
This ain't a place to make
State of things, people would be less picky about their food.
Athens is a mess.
All these bounty hunters running around.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, next room over.
Back raising hell soon.
Don't listen to what
There we go.
everyone else says.
Scrap that. And that was power armor, and I didn't even realize it. Wasn't that the third thing? These three things.
No good bounty hunters wandering around not buying anything.
Do I have to do Burning Springs stuff?
Strongest survive.
Tests of might from the challenge menu.
Hard to imagine that lake used to be a whole river. That's it. I'm putting price on that bastard's head the first chance I get.
I really hate those thing raiders. Wish they would leave us the hell alone.
Did it. Did it.
This place would be a
Did
ghost
it.
town without me.
What? Why are some of these marked? You have one free reroll remaining.
The last resort has been getting real busy recently.
Mod a piece of
Something
armor.
special going on.
Bed, table, or stairs in a workshop or camp. I can do that at my camp. Like, this is, again, this goes back to something I absolutely hate about this being a, basically an MMO, is incorporating this type of shit into your main quest. I did 3 of the challenges. For some reason, it says I only did 2. Oh yeah, my camp couldn't be placed because...
I'd get out if the journey weren't
Oh no,
gonna kill me.
maybe, well, yeah.
Caps. Time to take on a bounty or two.
It's blocked because somebody has their camp near it. Alright, so here, we'll do this. We'll quit out and see if we can't get my camp, because I don't have any of that stuff in my camp, so I mean, I definitely have enough room to build it. It's so stupid, this type of stuff. It ruins the experience, because I was actually, besides that one bug where the Rush Raider wouldn't talk to me and I had to walk all the way back to him, I've actually really enjoyed this DLC so far. Interesting story with super mutant, an intelligent one, it seems, leading humans. And then the location I actually really like. It reminds me a lot of New Vegas. Camp could not be placed. Put me on a fucking server where it can then, Jesus. Like, what the fuck is this game's problem? God damn. How do you fucking place down your camp? I don't even remember. Unspecified error. Yeah, your game's retarded. How do you place your fucking camp? Near existing locations. How far away do I have to be? Thank you. Whatever. That's a challenge. Guess what? Didn't fucking do anything. Like, how many challenges am I gonna do before it decides, hey, you did it? Bed, table, or stairs? Yeah, I'll figure it out. Jesus. I know it changed. I like how my budget somehow is 63%. Oh, it's stored, that's why. There's a bug. Why is just a simple chair locked? There we go, it's floating. I don't give a fuck. Why does it say surfaces and not table? What the hell? I can build that. That's hilarious. I built all of that in my camp. Still nothing? Two of three. Oh, it says stairs. Okay. There you go. It took a while for that to pop up, didn't it? Oh, that's structures as in full houses. Still nothing? Alright. How about this? Alright, I'm just going to go and I guess, where the hell is it? There was shotgun. Maybe it was Burning Springs. Kill using explosive weapons. I have a ton of explosives. Maybe I'll start a headhunt. I don't know. Oh wait, there was I need to find 6 more Braxodine intel. 3 more Death Claws. Agua, I don't know what the hell that is. 1 more Rad Scorpion. We'll just wander the fuck around. This is so annoying. I absolutely hate that they did this. I find this type of thing just ridiculous. Okay, here's 2 bullet fly. Because, for one, if it means to... I didn't discover that, right? No. If it means to... do the Burning Springs challenges, it needs to say that. Because you have 40 different fucking challenges you can do. It's just fucking stupid. So we'll just wander around and we'll eventually do a challenge. Sandy's Sock Hop. Can't move. Contracted Rad Worm. Stop moving, fucker. There we go. I know, because I know that's one is to kill with explosives. Hey. 5 more of those. Backwoodsman 6, we already found that. Also, I guess this doesn't count as an explosive weapon anymore, because I know it used to. Braxidine. Is this someone's camp? No. Weird. Yeah, it is. Why isn't it popping up? Interesting little camp. There's that train yard, but we did find it, but it didn't pop, like it never gave me the icon for some reason. Hey, another one. That's 4 more. I wish I would have known about the Roadhog meat. I would have taken the meat from the 5 that I've killed. Didn't mean to do that. I wish the beeping was a little louder because I could have swore I heard it, but maybe not. Shade Hill Church. Whatever. Alright, one more explosive weapon. Do I have to track them? No, because they're popping up. Yeah, and 4 more of those intel. Three more. Science. Always be prepared to explain the hows and whys. Sermon notes. We can't drink the water, it turned red. Egypt burns to breathe. Don't panic. Don't blame them for working at that plant. Not their fault. Judgment has come. Prayer is all we have now. So now we have 30. So I guess we get this. Then we need another 15 to get this, or this one, whichever one comes next. That dumbass shit. There's a thing up top there, but that's Mysterious Cave. I'll do that at some point. Let's just keep going this way. I'm gonna need to equip. I think I only have. I'll do these grenades. I have a bunch of them and they don't do too much. Didn't want to waste the bullet. I knew it was gonna kill it. I could have just shot it with the damn, or not shot it, but the grenade. There we go. Hey, another one. This is a whole little town. Oh, hello. Give me them caps. I guess in case I ever want to do that useless quest of giving the Brotherhood technical data, although I think that might have just been, I don't know if that's actually a thing in this one. I know it is in Fallout 4. It's like a continuous quest you can do for experience and stuff. Jesus Christ, man. There we go. Fertilizer, no. Not building a garden. I don't know what's with all the dolls in this area. Still have over 1,000 ammunition. That's good. Want to keep there in case we have any crazy ass rehabilitation scheme note. Mr. Matthews, thank you for taking part in our prisoner rehabilitation scheme. Below are the names of the offenders that have been assigned to your location. William Bill Barlow, gang-related activities. Florence Banks, time in juvenile detention for repeated incidents of vandalism. Kane McGill, petty theft. Xander Brown, grand theft. Auto. Carter Hops, arson. Let out early for good behavior. Frederick Jones, possession with intent to distribute. Parole officers will be checking in weekly to ensure smooth operations and rehabilitation into society. In case of emergency, please contact the Athens Police Department. Regards, Sheriff Buckley. Sorry for that. Oh, we got terminal. I think this is the first terminal of the DLC. Super Duper Mart Manager's Terminal. New purchasing rules. Harley, we need to reduce costs across the board. Deliveries will be reduced from every 2 days down to once a week. Tell the staff to stop throwing out anything that's past its sell-by date. That still looks good. Those dates are suggestions anyway. If it isn't rotten, sell it. Only reorder stock when we are down to the last box. If purchasing costs continue to rise, staff hours may need to be rethought up to and including layoffs management. Super Duper Discount Club reminder. Be sure to remind customers about the Super Duper Discount Club during checkout. Membership gets them 10% off store-wide, plus this week's exclusive offer, buy 2 Abraxo cleaner products, get 1 free. Let's keep those savings super. Management. Response to complaints. Customers are this store's lifeblood, and therefore we should do whatever it takes to ensure they continue to visit our store. If customers return goods which were past sell-by date at the time of purchase, push exchanges over refunds, and if the item is not open, put it back on the shelf. If customers demand to speak to management, have Bill talk to them. He has a way with problem customers. Refunds should be a last resort. Staff reviews. William. Strong leadership qualities, runs the store well, deals with problem customers easily, and follows instructions without question so long as he is paid well. Get him whatever he needs. He keeps a tight ship because staff respect him. Piss him off, and the staff will do what he asks them to. Do not get on his bad side. Whatever raise he asks for, approve it. Daphne. Data corrupted. Florence. Typical lazy teen. Seems like juvie scared her straight. Not much fight in her despite occasionally giving customers attitude. Recommend reducing hours. Kane. Caught him hanging around restocking near the checkout regularly during his shifts. Not sure if he's flirting with the cashiers or waiting for an opportunity. No cash missing as of yet. Sending a report to his parole officer just in case. I also recommend not having Kane working the same shift as Florence. Xander. Good worker, works fast, knows the warehouse inside and out, doesn't complain about hours or pay. Offer to put him on salary at a 2% increase of current hourly pay, then increase his hours. Shitheads. Carter, data corrupted. Donald, data corrupted. Lola, corrupted. Matilda. Record is squeaky clean, but I've got reports from Lola about medicines going missing from the pharmacy after Matilda's shifts. When asked about it, she claimed she was disposing of expired medicines. I had Xander go through the trash to prevent loss of product. Have Louisville move the products while Matilda is on shift. It will be cheaper to keep her part-time than fire her and train a replacement to keep an eye on this one. Frederick. Dash corrupted. Man. It's so funny because, like, I mean, companies in real life already do all of that shit. And obviously that's, like, a commentary on it. Staff assignments. Harley Graber, Assistant Manager William Bill Barlow, Shift Supervisor Daphne Cooper, Checkout Supervisor Florence Banks, Checkout Operator Kane McGill, Floor Staff, do not assign to checkouts, Xander Brown, Warehouse Staff, Carter Hops, Checkout Operator, Don Rusk, Floor Staff, Lola Smith, Pharmacist, Matilda Green, Part-Time Pharmacist, Frederick Jones, Warehouse Staff, do not assign to Pharmacy. Like, the warehouse I work, your floor managers really can't do anything or change anything. Like, you have to go so high up to try and get something changed, but oh, hello. By the time you would get there, they're like, it takes so much or so long for anything to happen that they're just gonna give up. You know, that's their whole plan. They're just gonna they're gonna stop bothering us with this eventually. If we forgot, or they're too busy to talk right now, or, you know, shit like that. All companies. Ripper. All big companies anyway, because obviously a small company is someone who's low ranking can still have a big impact, because, you know, it's small. You don't have to go through very much to get to the top. Yeah, I saw that at the last second. Xander's journal. 5/22. I can't believe Mad Bill Barlow survived all this time. Even crazier, all the places across America to go, and he came back to this dump. Guess he remembered the stash was here, just like old times. Wonder why we were drawn to this place. Maybe it's fate. 6/13. Bill took charge and everyone started getting their shit together. Says it's survival of the fittest now, and he's gonna fight for our place in Ohio under the Rust King. Says as long as we do what he needs and pay tribute to the guy, we get to live how we want out there. 9:30. Capture some of those feral ghouls. Apparently the Rust King uses them in his arena sometimes. Must be good playthings for the Deathclaws he likes to keep. Been selling one or two on the side to some weirdos who live at the old diner down the way. Don't care what they're doing with them, long as we get our cut. Might take a trip to Highway Town later, take a load off. 10-2. Got attacked by a pack of ghouls moving down from Athens. Managed to kill them all, but they broke a bunch of our defenses and we lost a couple guys. Bill had us pulling all kinds of things apart to try and get the barriers up again. What a pain. If I didn't know better, I'd say they attacked us to get the ones we captured back. Can those things even think? 10-4. They came out of nowhere, rad scorpions. Right from under our feet. Didn't think they could break through concrete like that. We didn't stand a chance. Don't know what happened to everyone. Saw a couple die after we scattered. I got stung pretty bad. Managed to lock myself in secure storage. But it's still trying to get me. The bigger they are, the weaker the poison, right? Well, I mean, in real life, technically, because the smaller, like a spider, or a snake, or whatever the fuck it was, I can't remember now. Like, the babies will release more venom because they don't know how to, you know, hold back or whatever. feel like it's a snake, like a venomous snake. They'll release more venom because they don't, they're too small to really hold back. Oh, this is nuclear waste. Okay. I thought it was acid. So we've pretty much gone through the Super Duper Mart there. Baseball grenade. Go up here, see what all this is, and then we'll head back. Talk to Runt. Yep, I knew it. I was like, I swear I just heard the smallest beep. Those are in random fucking spots, so. This is storage. Alright, I believe that's everything here. Really like that they have now interior and exterior, all that kind of stuff. Again, they are making like great improvements, but I just think with just how much other stuff they introduced bug-wise, and the fact that it's still, a online service game, that introduces a ton more problems that your average RPG player is not gonna like.
Conquering hero, back with the spoils. Or something. Word around town is you've done quite well out there. No stopping you. This is your business, if you wish to impress the king. Which, annoyingly, you've been doing so far. But how does he know this isn't a fluke? I've been managing people for years now. My answer is very simple. Dedication. So I found you some more things to take a crack at. Stuff for real, hands-on professionals. Do them, and I'll make sure the Rust King hears of it.
Fine, doesn't seem like I have a choice.
You really don't. Good job figuring that one out. Now, go do as you're told.
So now we have to do 4 more challenges.
Fresh meat for the grind.
Oh, I should have just fast traveled out. Man, it really sucks because that first 2.5 hours I played, I was really enjoying it, and now it's very tedious. So they done fucked up there. Because now we have to do 4 of these. And I'm guessing we have to do the ones in Burning Springs, because none of the others counted. I could do 4 bounties, but that's just 1. That's the thing. Doing 4 bounties is just 1. headhunt. Let's see about that. Where the hell is the bounty thing?
Lots of newcomers. Always good for business.
That's a grunt.
Well now, welcome back, killer.
Premium target.
I can do that. This is just a small matter of my compensation.
5,000 caps? Never mind. I ain't doing that bullshit.
Go bother someone else.
I only have 10,000 caps. Like, huh? I'm pretty sure that's what a headhunt is.
This place never runs out of bounties, does it?
So nice not to be out on a hunt for once.
And we could do track some of these, I guess. I mean, that one will be on there. That one is just to remind me to cook it if I find one. Locations, it's 10 more.
Plenty of sorrows to drown in this town.
Start headhunt. Okay, so I got the 50. Or the 25. Unfortunately, I got that before I talked to the dude. That's 50.
Damn this place. Rad scorpion venom can dissolve sheet metal. Terrifying.
3 more death claws. Okay.
This place is a hellhole.
This is just killing creatures. Claim the Starlight Drive-In Workshop. Complete the quest. This is part of the dirty laundry.
Hard to imagine that.
Event.
Used to be a whole river.
Cook a meal that uses rad hog meat. Capture burning springs into photo mode 15 times. This is so fucking stupid. I'm just gonna explore. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go around and just explore.
Everything in its place.
Because there's not even an event going on in Burning Springs, which is kind of weird. Yeah, we're gonna go here and then just explore all around. Which, doing this leads me to believe that the main quest line for the Burning Springs update is very, very short. And it's going to be like, whatever this Abraxanine side thing is, it's going to be incredibly long because you have to find all these briefcases. I don't know how many there are, but there seems to be a shit ton. Alright, do we go this way or do we go to that cave? We'll go to the cave. Maybe there'll be whatever creature they're talking about. Man, it's just sad, because I was having a good time those first, 2.5, 3 hours. And then it just turns into super grindy. Holy hell. I don't think anything that has to do with rat scorpion meat, right? Deathclaw. Just kill the rat scorpions. I don't know what prick eye is. And then rad hog meat, so. I thought this was a cave. What the hell? Ash Cave. Jesus, these ones in power armor are fucking insane. I guess it's also because they're in power armor, and usually the only ones in power armor are... Or no, I mean it's level 100. The only things that are usually level 100 are like legendaries or bosses or something. I heard you. There you go. Oh, a legendary one. Okay. don't know where the legendary one went. There he is. I love that it gives me that weapon every time, even though I never had it equipped. What the hell is the opening to this place? Here we go. Aristocrats, Mr. Hayden the Buzzblade. Who gives a fuck? Well, alrighty then. Make sure there wasn't anything up here. Yeah. I guess they built all this into the cave right there. Anything good? No. Oh. No junk. Oh, I can scrap that though. So far, I don't think I've gotten anything from scrapping legendaries. Terminal. Oh, turret control. Okay. Well, I killed him. Don't matter. Meditations on light. The professor's lesson number 12. Light. Light is the equalizer and the revelator. I harness, I amplify, I discharge. I am the Talos of the new age. Listen, in purest form, 4.74 times 10 over 14 hertz. I don't know if that's over, but whatever. Alternatively, burst interval lumens reveal honest bone under the unhardened flesh. I will not avert my eyes. 50 millimeters. Medex dual ocular administration from electromagnetic salvation. I gaze into the petawatts, the gels. I rejoice in the boiling of the blood, 100 Celsius. I guess that's Celsius. There's no degree on it. I see myself in the fire. I see you there too, and you rejoice for the world and for your place in it. For I ask you, do we not stand in the new world revealed at last by the atom's light? Professor Franklin Metter, November 12th, 2082, related to Herman the Lesser upon the summit of the Cave of Ash. I don't know what the hell that is, but, you know, whatever. The Professor. Maggie, you asked for a story for your birthday. Well, here's one. The day that changed everything. Herman found him, the man from Athens, the one we'd later call Professor. Nearly shot him on the spot. It was the day everything changed for us. No, I wasn't there, but I heard about it. It was the early days when Herman and his crew were moving out from West Virginia into Ohio. They hadn't been here before, and we had no people, no ties. They'd hit a small army depot or something, made off with some supplies, probably left more than a few bodies. Took a good haul. It wasn't as bad then, but it was still hard going. In those days, things were easier to come by. You could still find people on the roads. You'd find people fleeing their towns, towing their keepsakes, usually sick with fear and desperate to find somewhere safe. Sometimes they were already injured. Easy pickings. They'd come in little groups, sometimes familiar families. Never much of a threat. But the old man was different. He was alone, just pulling a little wagon of books and some lab stuff or something. You want to know the rest? Live another year and I'll tell you. Lucky. Yeah, to the bullet sponges, you better give me shit ton of ammo. Who closed that door? Oh, it was never open. Let's get back to being daylight. Alright, so yeah, I came from in here. Went left and then went to the right, yeah. Hey. Why sometimes does it give you different XP? Like I was very steadily getting 18, now it's 15. The hell is this, a shrine? No fusion core. Professor Metter's password. Oh, there's one. guess that's Professor Metter. So power armor. Take the fusion core. Wish I knew what I needed. I need one piece of power armor to complete another set, but I don't remember what that is. Look around before going in there. Bobblehead. Energy weapons. What? Why did I get a Buzzblade again? Or maybe it is delayed. Professor Metter's log.
The marauders found me on the road from ruined Athens, stumbling from the ruins of the world, my life. The early days were difficult. These murderers, now my people, are a far cry from the university's engineering department. They are the raw clay from which I sculpt survival. The land is compromised, unclean. It's the bombs. It's Abraxadine's product. Irradiated, aerosolized, cast wide, far past the point of saturation. I teach my supplicants to temper themselves, that they may adapt to life in this world. Allow them the knowledge I permit, and no more. In the shadow of this cave, I give them a show. Fire and brimstone, harden and sharpen them into something that endures.
Then we got his terminal. Personal logs. 3778. The open roads being no stranger to enterprising bands of marauders, I set upon locating a site suitable for our company's needs, and I found it. The Ash Cave, our new home. We required somewhere sheltered from the elements. The machinery we need demands it. Likewise, we needed protection from raiders who would seize our spoils, and from the aberrations who would rend us limb from limb. Until such a time as we have armed and armored ourselves at scale, we must rely on the traditional fortification for our security needs: the wall, the tower, and the gate. The Ash Cave is ideal for our purposes. Its expansive dimensions shield us from most avenues of attack, and its high ceiling shields us from the sun and storm alike. Expanding upon its natural defensive characteristics is entirely possible. Improvement will take time, but they can be assembled. Its proximity to Athens provides ample opportunities for salvage runs, although I must caution my people not venture far into that wretched necropolis. Unless, of course, the equipment is worth it. What is one of their lives worth when weighed against the integrated circuit? 412-2080. Hardware is only one side of the equation. Survival demands that I do tend to the human element as well. The body, the will, the reliable, consistent laboratory repeatable installation of fearlessness, trauma resistance, endurance, and reflexes are only produced by one source: drugs. I am going to require a sea of drugs, far more drugs than we can scavenge. We're going to need a laboratory of our own. Sourcing the necessary active ingredients will hardly be my only challenge. I have to teach the art of chemical manufacturing in a way that doesn't encourage deviation or experimentation. We need steady results. I've also got to convince the people that it is a common sense necessity of a demonstration of commitment to communal good to habitually flood one's body with psychoactive formula. that this is a natural, logical aspect of the tempering that the wasteland demands of of us all. We are likely to lose people in the process of securing the equipment and materials our manufacturing endeavors will require. Anything from we can only retrieve from Athens, in particular, will be very difficult to obtain. While such sacrifices are necessary to ensure the people are no stranger to the laboratory's bounty. I hate that I will read something like unfortunate, and then the next thing I see is the no in the next line, and I'll read that instead of the next word. 8/1/2080. To truly stand in wasteland, and to know that one has made of themselves an enduring thing, requires more than flesh, more than leather and hammered scrap, more even than interwoven ballistic fibers. True tempering requires power armor. It demands a mastery of one's environment that rises from integrated environmental regulation systems and from the miracles of materials science, layers of polylaminates, ceramic composites, and assorted alloys. It requires that one possesses the capacity to plant oneself where one will, and I proclaim this is the air that I will breathe, and this is the ground upon which I will stand, the perfect imposition of one's will upon a broken world, freedom. The ability to fuel these armors is all around us, in the air, in the tumult of the earth's breath itself. I have designed a network of windmills that allow us to recharge our precious fusion cores. If we make both a tradition of the judicious use of armor and a crime of the frivolous waste of stored power, and if the windmills remain secure, then we should be able to adopt a doctrine that permits routine deployment of power armor. We should be in a position to thrive. 10/20/2081. Our walls are sound, and aside from the occasional intrusion of a biological aberration, our territory is secure. The time has come to grow our number. Perhaps 1 in 10 of the dregs that wander to our gates or are selected for recruitment by one of our salvage patrols will prove themselves hardy enough to stand among the people. Those that do not chafe at the chemical stains and rad burns of honest scrap sorting will be given opportunities to distinguish themselves. Those who yet demonstrate a proclivity for focused violence and are able to maintain precision whilst adrift in the psychoactive sea that comes with tempering will be considered for the opportunity to bear a suit of power armor. Once the death or perhaps untimely demise of its current occupant, that is. If you cannot survive in your armor, how could you claim to deserve it? 4/18/2082. We've bodies enough now, but find ourselves wanting for power armor. Tempering is hardly complete without it. Weapons are far easier to come by, and the people have become proficient at refurbishing damaged components and calibrating focusing arrays. Military-grade power armor is more challenging to source, but our determination is dogged. Salvage patrols search for derelict army convoys, supply depots, and among the towns where martial law rose and fell. Scrapmongers, strip robots, and other electronics for viable components. Even the youngest among us, whom I refer to as grease traps, are proud to use their tiny hands to apply lubrication to worn actuators. It brings me great happiness to see the people so united in purpose. In time we will have assembled the most robust and assuredly the most deadly collection of functional power armor in all of southern Ohio. Soon, perhaps within a few years, the people will begin to shift priorities from provision and security to territorial expansion. 7/9/2084. It is with a heavy heart that I confirm that Herman, my first and most loyal adherent, has developed what I must consider to a terminal case of mercy. He has made such impressive strides. The man he is today, he is a far cry from the common brute I met outside of Athens several years ago. And yet, I have received troubling reports. That on patrols he often misses shots at unarmed targets, and I've run the numbers. The accuracy decline Herman exhibits in the case of defenseless targets is statistically significant. Shockingly, I've heard whispers that he has even permitted children encountered on salvage patrols to flee without even attempting mitigation. Somehow, Herman's tempering has become undone. His mind is no longer sound. Given his status among our people and the technical prowess he has developed, I have no choice but to consider him a serious threat, not only to myself, but to our traditions, to my legacy. There isn't enough for everyone in the wasteland, and there never will be. If you do not take, what is yours will be taken. Your valuables, your life, your home. To deny this fact, to show mercy to the stranger, is to betray one's people. It is intolerable, it is obscene. Tomorrow at dawn I will declare Herman to be shattered, no longer tempered, and no longer one of the people. He shall be stripped of his arms and armor, and lashed to the rod outside of the aberration to the northeast cave. His bones will serve as a warning to those who enter our territory and to those who would allow the specter of clemency to dwell among their thoughts. 12/15/2089. I finally met this Rust King face to face, and I must say, he didn't disappoint. I have never met such a brutal specimen. Indeed, he can hardly be called a man at all. He's impossibly large, he crushes polylaminate composite with his bare hands, and his gaze misses no detail. He has a natural affinity for savagery, elevating it almost to an art, and yet he is terribly clever. So, a man. I don't think so. Something greater. There comes a time for even the strongest material to either bend or break, and there can be no real question that, for all our considerable might, the Rust King is stronger than we are. I am ill, dying, certainly. My condition has worsened considerably over the past few years. It cannot be hidden anymore, although most know better than to speak of it. Abraxadine's errant product plays havoc within me. I do not expect to see spring, but I am not afraid. I've outlived my home, and I've lived well. From blood, dust, and scrap, I have forged an enduring people, a future. It is to preserve this legacy that I have decided that we will submit to the Rust King. To do otherwise is court a senseless, albeit spectacular, destruction. My people will live as they have, reaving and building, and tempering our traditions will continue. My legacy will persist. I will send word in the morning that I have accepted his terms, and that the Ash Cavers will join their ranks to his. Windmill data. Alpha output. Nominal. Beta output. Nominal. Gamma output. Nominal. Security concerns. The guard posted at Windmill Gamma was found dead near her post in her power armor, with her skull crushed through her helmet. The individual responsible for relieving the guard reporting seeing an impossibly large man with greenish skin heading away from our territory towards the south. I inspected the guard's rifle. It had discharged at least 3 times recently. Troubling. This is the 3rd green man sighting in as many months. I've heard it from scavenger crews, but I did not believe it, and now it is on my doorstep. It appears something was probing our territory. Curious that it did not approach the camp. Could it be intelligent? Perhaps it is interested in the windmills. I order increased security details around each site. We can ill afford to lose them. Fusion core stability records. Failed. Oh, oops, what was that? Failed to retrieve data. Okay. That was a long as shit. Holy hell. And I guess that's the thing. I guess eventually were like, you know what, we can't have... Oh, they did respawn. I was gonna say they can't be respawning because they can't read everything we put in the fucking game, but... I guess they do. Honestly, they shouldn't respawn if you haven't left the area, in my opinion. Maybe that was just some random person that I didn't kill. That could be it too, I guess. Meditations on enhancement. The professor's lessons number 9, enhancement. What fool would wager that the tortoise overtakes the hare? Would you simply wager that the naked cerebral cortex, the central nervous system, feeble and puny as the day its first drew breath, is as tempered, as swift, as crystal clear as the synapses blessed by the ministrations of science's neurological enhancers? Dare you deny that the labor of history's greatest minds passed from laboratory to laboratory can be manufactured, injected, and bottled? You shall be enhanced. Professor Franklin Metter, April 13th, 2081, as related to Herman the Lesser upon the summit of the Cave of Ash. This dude's weird. Bunch of medics. Chlorine. Get the acid from there. Yeah, maybe it was just somebody I missed. Okay, I'm going there once we head up here. I guess a couple of the people were too far away. Meditations on tempering. Lessons number 1, tempering. When you were cast into this wasteland, you were unfit for survival. Your skin was soft, your eyes shied from the glare of the sun and the emissions of the killing electromagnetic radiation. You were weak, not yet tempered, and yet hope remains that the untested may yet be tempered, that they may be saved. Hope they may clad themselves in polylaminate and ablative ceramics, that they may drench their organs in life-enhancing pharmaceuticals, a homecoming, a rebirth, a hope that the untested may prove themselves fit. Professor Franklin Metter, April 8th, 2080, Ashby. All that goes over there, but no briefcase. Can I go in there? Yeah. Yeah, this was the thing. Right. I think all that leads is this right here. So was that the cave? Because there was no cave we actually saw. I'm guessing they're just counting that as a cave. Interesting. Yeah, because it's all the way at the end. Damn, 8960. A lot of damage. Okay, I think that's originally where we went up. Playground here. See, like, this is a spot I would think you would have found a, oh, hold on. Briefcase. Maybe somebody entered that area that we were in and respawned everybody. Interesting. Where are we? Oh wow, we're all the way at the end. Well, I guess we're gonna be heading down to the Abraxadine thing. We'll go up there. Because I'd rather... There's people over there. I want them to be gone. Because I don't know if... Like, the briefcases, what if they take them? Do they just disappear from me too? There's one. Nothing really here at all. Just a busted up building. Alright. Well, we found a briefcase over there, so. Desperate survivor.
King says only the strong survive.
It's the rust. Burns. I just need some.
saved you. I guess that was the shooting. Gotcha. I didn't mean to take that. Watch there be one in this bus. Never mind. I figured there would be just because they seem to be scattered just literally in random spots. I mean, there was one in the middle of a damn pond. Turn back or die. Hocking University. We were down there, right? Yeah, it's the bridge. Oh. Athens. But see, this is one of the things where it's like, let's say you just want to do some of the main story. Well, so far 2 of the main story quests are grindy challenges. And it's like, for me, that is not why I play this game, for grindy challenges. You know, I don't have 8 hours a day to play this. You know, I might have a few hours. You make one, I make a video or 2. And it's just like, man, it ruins the experience when I was having fun. I mean, we did finally get a lot of story, sort of, with the, that terminal. So all this is kind of boarded up. Let's see what's up there, because you can't get in the building. It seems like this Abraxadine thing, man, right now it almost feels like they put this whole area here just for you to walk around and randomly try to find all of them. Just based on how many, you know, there's just not really any locations so far that we have actually been able to go into besides the Rust King Place and Highway Town. Which Highway Town reminds me of Mad Max a little bit. You got Gas Town, Bullet Town. I think there'd be 1 or 2 of those briefcases up here. There's a field. I don't know what the hell they be playing over there. I mean, it looks like a football field, but it's tiny. What the hell is this? Yeah, I can't really go into any of the buildings. Just explore the rooftops. And again, that's kind of those things, you know, that you built this whole town, but you can't go into anything. Made me waste a bullet, Protectron. To Mom. Mom, please come with us. I know I've asked so many times, but please don't stay here. Jeannie and I are going to leave with the next scavenger group later today. Curtis said he'll tell you about this place in detail, and he insists that it's better than dying here. Staying here, drinking that dirty water is going to kill you. This new place has plenty of clean food, water, and medicine. Just think about it, please. I'll keep contact as best I can, and I'll come back to travel with you if you decide to go. I love you. I'm guessing that's all I said. Oh, we can go in here. Hey. Wish I could just use the right away from in here. Eight ball. Got car garage. There's one. Yeah, and that one bounty where to pay 5,000. That's insane. You know you're not getting 5,000 back, so it's like. I don't know if they still do. I remember when the game came out, they had a cap. I think it was like 25,000. You couldn't have more than that. Which is kind of crazy. You can get to that roof as well. Gotcha. I mean, damn, by the time we get to that Abraxanine place, we'll probably have enough to finish off whatever they want us to do. Known, of course. There's a note over there. The mailman. June. We need to get out of here. Something that walked like a man but couldn't be came into Athens today. It ran through the square, past the festival. It was screaming, flailing. The flesh was falling off, and it had no hair. From its clothes, it looked like it used to be a mailman. It still had a satchel, and there were letters in it. The thing looked dead. I was there when the soldiers shot it down. They shot it over and over, and it kept running and screaming until it was on the ground shot. It was looking right at me, and it seemed to be mouthing the word help over and over. After they went to fetch their doctor, they told me not to panic and to go home right away. Did that used to be a person? Can it happen to us? We need to leave tonight, Amy. So that was this person's discovery of a ghoul. A feral ghoul. Steeped aster tea. Dinner. June. I saw a rat run by and my first thought was dinner. My god. I'm sure it's looted clean by now, but what I wouldn't give for another visit to the Super Duper Mart down the road. I'd grab a turkey dinner and as much ice cream as I could carry. I guess I never really thought about everything we had, Amy. There's too much in this town that's like scattered and broken down. Because there is no way you're able to remember like, oh, I've gone there, you know? I love how they broke the Gauss rifle. Oh man. Still haven't fixed it either, by the way. And it is broken. Like, it did not used to do that every time. Charge it up. Oh, it failed, it seems. Charge it up. Oh, it failed. Like, if it didn't do so much damage, it would almost become a useless weapon. I blame Abraxadine. Cliff's Journal, 11/15/2077. I never trusted Abraxadine, even before they laid me off. I thought something was wrong. Yeah, I took a job there like most people I know, but I guess I never believed it was really safe. I don't know what happened to their facility when the bombs dropped, but their hazardous material is loose in the atmosphere. All those chemicals, all those tanks, their poison is everywhere, burning my eyes and lungs, killing Athens. If anything, I guess I can sell them. Haven't found any of those things or that. So we found 33 of those things. There were the caps that's what I was wondering. So we need 109 more caps to get this. 9 more scorpions. So realistically the caps, the scorpions are the 2 of the 4. Like, I would do these events if they would pop up, but I'm not gonna go out of my way. There we go. I was wondering, I was like, man, I gotta be close to that place. Already been there. Claire's diary. Everyone in town heard the crash. We always lived by the tracks, but now I guess we don't live anymore. Anywhere. We were volunteering at the church after the news about the bombs, the war. Mom said that helping others is the best way to help ourselves right now. Her hands were shaking, other people were crying, it didn't seem real. Not back then, now it seems real. Not long after we heard about the war, we heard the train. I don't know what the train was carrying when it derailed, some kind of chemicals. They're red, and they soaked into everything. We tried to get back to our house after, and whatever spilled out of the train burned my eyes and made me cough. The soldiers came and told us we can't go back there. Maybe not ever. Ugh. Okay, so down there. We'll start heading that way, I guess. Bobblehead charisma. I find a lot of bobbleheads. Nothing says pizzazz like a winning smile. Is this the place? Oh, okay. I thought it was a loading interior, but it's not. Hello. Yeah, that just goes to the outside. Hey. Guns and Bullets 8. The wily mole rat, varmint, or tender delicacy. Bear-proofing your campsite. Don't get caught by surprise. Guy got toilet paper. U.S. Covert Operations Manual 5. Who goes there? Heading east. You've collected an issue of U.S. Covert Manual. Okay, I was going to say something. Interesting. Murphy, I don't know how much longer we can hold out. Sooner or later someone's going to overpower us and force their way in, or someone will pick the key to the armory from the bones of our post. I'm taking the key and heading east down the tracks. Maybe I can find some place safer than this. The final bit of good we can do is keep those weapons sealed away. God knows weapons have cost this world enough. Greer. Then we have National Guard Armory Terminal. Personal logs. Captain R. Murphy. 10/23/77. Day 1. We were on standard training maneuvers near Athens when the war began. I do not know who started it. I do not know who won. What I do know is that emergency preparedness protocols require that we redeploy to the nearby town of Athens. Our mission is to provide relief and maintain order until we are relieved. Beyond Athens civil defense supplies, we have few resources. We have not been able to establish communications with my superiors, the army, or the governor. Civil authorities are in disarray. Athens lost its mayor in the first hour, A heart attack, I am told. Nobody can find the chief of police. I still can't contact Columbus or Cleveland. They might have been hit, I don't know. For now, it seems we are on our own, hopefully not for long. I am writing this log to help with the preparation of reports I expect to make when a relief arrives. 10/25/2077, the seismic event. Unforeseen factors have severely impaired the security of Athens. A series of seismic events, almost certainly related to the atomic exchange, has disordered the very earth beneath us. Large cracks have compromised the integrity of many of the city's buildings. I am told that as the earth settles, the damage will compound. The topography of the town will be dramatically altered, perhaps to the point where whole sections collapse. We may need to construct temporary pathways around the most damaged sections of town. The situation remains fluid. We still are in the process of assessing the damage to the city's infrastructure, her pipes, the water we need to survive. Preliminary reports are dire. There is no choice but to severely tighten rationing. 11/2/77 lockdown. Our scouting parties have returned with more bad news. Widespread unrest, throngs of refugees, and devastating chemical contamination have transformed the region surrounding Athens into a waking nightmare. I worry about the air, and I keep my face covered whenever possible. The countryside is covered in compromised farms, fields of contaminated crops rot where they stand. The men I dispatched to Cleveland never returned. Same with Columbus. Providing for the people already present in Athens threatens to overwhelm our already meager supplies. The sudden loss of a reliable water supply puts us in a situation where I cannot permit an influx of refugees. We have no running water. The additional strain would destabilize us. We can help them when relief arrives. Until then, I have to save what I can. I've ordered the closure of Athens' borders. No one goes in or out without my motherfucker. I love that it just suddenly became aware or something. I don't know. Jesus Christ. Another person. That's probably why it did. Fucking online games, man. I've ordered the closure of Athens' borders. No one goes in or out without my authorization. I'm sympathetic to the fact that people have family members out there, that they're Americans, but we must be pragmatic. The choice now is between either losing some or losing all the region's civilian population. No choice at all. Disposal 12/08/77. Considering Greer's reports and given my own concerns about our ability to maintain order in Athens, I've made the difficult decision to implement immediate quarantine and corpse disposal protocols. We have no cure, no treatment. Containment is our only hope. Incineration or exile of contaminated individuals is our only choice. If they prove to be violent, we have no choice but to defend ourselves. For sanitation, we'll have to use makeshift burn pits, and we can't compromise our defensive perimeter. So, we must conduct emergency disposal activities within the town itself. This is a nightmare. 12/21/77 collapse. The situation in Athens has become untenable. We're at our breaking point, and no one is coming to help us. We have no unspoiled food or uncontaminated water. Our medical resources are spent. Even extreme measures have failed to keep us safe from the unknown condition. Most of us have visible sores. Few have all their hair. A couple of the men became violent and had to be burned. We've lost control of the borders. Much of the civilian population has fled the city, deciding to take their chances outside. Morale is critically low. Collapse is imminent. I will remain behind with whomever stays to guard the armory, but I cannot order my men to stay and die in this wretched, poisoned ruin. The best I can do now is ensure that the weaponry is our keeping plays no role in the savagery beyond these city limits. When I can't hold on anymore, I'll send someone away with the key. History may judge me harshly. I truly am sorry. I did my best. reports. Lieutenant Albert Palmer's reports. It all happened fast. The civilians were lined up at the river, and we were trying to keep them orderly. But one took look, and you could see they were half crazy with thirst. Fear, too, I think. The purifier those students rigged worked, but it was slow. I think at the front... I was at the front, so I couldn't hear what people were saying, but a lot of people were talking. They looked angry. I saw a trickle of water coming out, and it looked good. Then someone shouted that it was running out, that there wasn't going to be any water, and the crowd broke. They pushed the guy carrying a bucket down. I saw the clean water spill. We told them to get back in line, fired into the air. It didn't work. The crowd surged, went for Private Kapowski, and took his rifle. When they pulled it loose, we panicked. God help me, we opened fire. When the dust cleared, 3 civilians in Kapowski were dead. The purifier was damaged too. I don't know if it was just some ricochet or that and some thrown bricks, but it took a few hits. Smoke was coming out of it. A lot of people ran. Then suddenly it was quiet. We were all just standing around this big broken thing, and everybody understood there wasn't going to be any more drinking water. Not for a long time. The fight went right out of us. Private Hank Marshall's report. Corrupted. Medical Officer Edwin Greer's report. There appears to be an unknown medical condition appearing throughout the region. I reviewed about a dozen reports, and before we burned him, the cadaver of the unidentified individual, the mailman, that was sanctioned on Court Street yesterday. Like we talked about, the symptoms are shocking. Necrosis, hair loss, sores, discolored dermis, neurological deterioration. I don't know what this is. Not a traditional disease. In some ways, it resembles radiation poisoning. In other ways, it's like nothing I've ever encountered. I haven't seen an indication that affected people are contagious, but I can't rule it out. Whatever the cause, it is clear that affected individuals show alarming signs of psychological instability, psychotic episodes, and violent outbursts. Their horrific appearance threatens to upend public order. Bluntly, their mere presence will incite panic. I don't know how this happened. What I do understand is that under no circumstances can we allow this condition to gain a foothold in Athens. Panic aside, we don't have the resources to study it, much less treat it. We must contain it and stamp it out wherever we find it. Quarantine those who show symptoms and keep them out of sight until you can remove them from the city as quickly and as quietly as possible. Burn the dead to prevent further contamination. Put those who become a danger to themselves or others down. They are beyond help. In my capacity as a medical officer, I encourage you to protect the health of the civilian population and the lives of your men by any means necessary, even if those means seem barbaric. Some of those sentences don't make any sense the way they're worded. These are cruel days, Richard. They're getting crueler by the hour. Private Wendy Venderman's report. For the past few days, I've seen them gathering at the edges of our perimeter, right before nightfall. Even through the scope, it's hard to get a clear look. They stick to the brush and dart between vehicles. Something seems wrong with them. The way they move, their skin appears to be discolored, like the mailman that came into town. It looks like they're watching the town. Their numbers are increasing steadily. I don't know what they're doing. I recommend that we prepare to repel an attack. I am requesting permission to fire at will in case things change quickly. Professor Franklin Mitter's recommendation. Corrupted. Armory. Inventory. Corrupted. Okay, that was a lot. Requires the key that is with that random person. Okay, so that's this building. And now it's nighttime. Oh god, I didn't know that was going to be something crazy. Day Tripper. Daddy-O. No, I didn't mean to take that shit. But you see, like, that fall would have been like, and then you are halted. Oh my fucking god, with this gun, man. Oh, you're legendary. Assassin's Broadsider. Yay, a fucking heavy-ass weapon. Oh, I thought I was over encumbered. I'm right at the limit.
Nuclear protection on a budget.
Yeah, I'd like to find a puncturing medium crafting table so I can or something. Yeah, crafting table so I can get rid of some of these legendary things. Scrap them. It's the pile of bodies they burned. Frank's journal. I've lived here my whole life, but I don't recognize this place anymore. There are soldiers in the streets, marauders on the roads outside of town, and now people have their skin falling off, talking crazy and getting violent. Nobody knows but why, but we see it more and more. Day and night, I can smell the burn pits. I don't want to stay. I'm too afraid to go. Sometimes I wish we hadn't survived the war. And that is something I like, that they are, you know, you're learning more and more about different areas. Like right when it started, how people, or how the towns reacted and stuff like that. Like that stuff is really good. Like some of that writing is really, really good, but it's the dialogue from the NPCs. That I think are really bad most of the time. A lot less of the Abraxadine briefcases in this town than I would have thought. I feel like I've been pretty thorough with the town, but it's, like I said, there's just like the rooftop situation. It makes it very confusing of like, have I been over here? Have I not? Like I'm pretty sure, no? I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I've been in here, but I would have grabbed those. And there's a briefcase. must be up here or something. I know I am encumbered. Yep. What about us? Jerome, I know your heart is in the right place, wanting to sneak out and take supplies to people in the countryside. But what about us? What about the fact that we need supplies too? What makes their lives more important than ours? Why shouldn't we go out and scavenge for ourselves? Don't bother answering. I know what you'll say. I'll be gone by the time you look for me. Ellen. Yeah, just how big the rooftops are, it makes it... Can't look at that. Makes it very confusing. Yeah, I know, I heard it. Alright, what am I... Oh, okay, so I guess I had some kind of buff where I could carry 5 more pounds or something. So much cake. Okay. I think this broadsider weighs 16 pounds. Get that teapot out of here. But I want to scrap it. I'm not running right now, so maybe I'll find a thing. Hey, there's another. I see that bottle cap, goddammit. Hear me out. Steve, another sleepless night in the dorm led to a revelation. The coach will call it the big play. Do you think about how much stuff there is lying around out there? That somebody could just go take it? I snuck out with some of the Bleeding Hearts, delivering supplies to the people outside of town, and it struck me how weak they are. They aren't going to make it. It's a waste of time to help them. Now, I get it sounds wrong, but hear me out. If we don't wise up and get out of here, we're going to end up just like those folks, sick, weak, and starving. Or we could get a few like-minded guys from the team, get out of here and live like kings. Maybe round up the biggest guys and them on board. After all, it's not like those are our families out there, Rocco. I think that is one thing in like a lot of movies. Why didn't you leave? You know, when you have a sequel like Halloween, a lot of people are like from 2018. Like I would have just moved from there, and so it would never been a threat. Because, you know, when it comes to like Michael Myers, he goes to that one town. You know, he doesn't seek out that person. I'll go there in a second. Like when it came to these people, and like they knew that whatever that was that spilt when the train, whatever was, you know, it was a chemical spill or whatever, and I would have just left. Huh? I know I heard it. Where is it? go inside. Hope there's a bench. Can't go in that house. Alright. Athens Horror Night, October 31st. 1974. Alright, we're all going to end it before we go into the Abraxadine office. When we come back, I guess we'll be investigating Abraxadine Chemicals' legal office in Dirty Laundry. So, hope you guys are enjoying it. Have a great day, and I'll see ya. Bye.